Greetings and welcome to the 50th Annual Woodbury High School Commencement Ceremony. My name is Sarah Sorensen-Wagner, Principal of Woodbury High School. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2025. Before we begin, South Washington County Schools supports Indigenous land acknowledgement as an expression of gratitude and appreciation to those whose territory we reside on, and as a way of honoring the Indigenous people who have been living and working on the land from time immemorial. The University of Minnesota Twin Cities also respectfully acknowledges that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homeland of Dakota people. Minnesota comes from the Dakota name for this region, Minnesota Makoche, the land where the water reflects the skies. At this time, the Woodbury High School Air Force Junior ROTC cadets will present the colors. Please stand as the Woodbury High School Choir sings our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce several special guests with us this evening. South Washington County Schools Board Chair, Ms. Katie Schwartz, and board members, Ms. Louise Hines, Ms. Simi Petniak, Ms. Sharon Van Leer. Also present today is our Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Julie Nielsen, and Assistant Superintendents, Ms. Kelly Jansen, Ms. Christine Schaefer, Dr. Tyrone Brookins. Also on stage are our Woodbury High School administrators, Ms. Alicia Busnick, Mr. Aaron Pizzini, Ms. Lobline Lecker, and Mr. Mark Canton. It is also with great pleasure that I present to you our honor staff in attendance today, selected to be honored by the class of 2025. Mr. Wes Bolin, if you could stand when I read your name, staff. Mr. Dave Broberg. Ms. Amanda Cordes. On stage, Mr. Gary Diamond, Ms. Teresa Forshear, Mr. Kent Getzloff, Mr. John Hoven, Ms. Sam Valenta, and Mr. Joe Walker. And now I would like to introduce you to the exceptional class of 2025. The mission of Woodbury High School is that our students accept the challenges of the future through excellence in academics, arts, and athletics. This class of 2025 is composed of excellent students who have done outstanding work at Woodbury High School. We have 4 students who will be graduating summa cum laude with distinction, signifying a cumulative grade point average of 4.3 or above. And 72 members of this class have a cumulative GPA of 4.0 or higher. In addition, a total of 168 students wear an honor stole for their outstanding scholarship. We also recognize that a GPA alone does not define excellence. We challenge our students each day in the classroom to push their limits, engage in difficult discussion, and learn content at a high level. Students, this is the part of the program where you have to pay attention. Remember practice? If you have ever taken an honors course at Woodbury High School, have challenged yourself with taking an AP course, have taken an AP exam, have taken a College in the Schools concurrent enrollment or Project Lead the Way course, if you have enrolled in PSEO or 916, or are a member of our district's Spanish immersion program, please stand to be recognized for excellence in academics. Please be seated. Our students at Woodbury High School are also highly engaged in the arts, learning how to express their emotions and ideas through drama, music, and visual representation. Students, if you participated in band, orchestra, or choir, if you have been in one of our musicals or plays, participated in one act, if you were a member of our speech team, or if you have created and displayed your art in one of our many art shows, please stand to be recognized for excellence in the arts. Please be seated. Woodbury High School also has an outstanding reputation for our athletic performance. Our student athletes learn valuable life skills of teamwork and cooperation while persisting in working toward a common goal. Students, if you participated in one of Woodbury High School's 30 sponsored athletic teams in one of our fall, winter, or spring sports, please stand to be recognized for excellence in the athletics. Please be seated. Finally, I don't want to forget what sets Woodbury High School apart from many other high schools. Your opportunity to participate in approximately 60 student-led school clubs and activities. We are proud of our student leadership in developing a positive school culture, establishing a school where each student finds a place to belong and peers with similar interests to pursue. We are proud of the thousands of volunteer hours our students have shared with our community and how you have supported one another in giving back to our school. At this time, please stand if you participated in any club or activity while you were a student at Woodbury High School. Please be seated. Students, I want to say to you, you have many gifts to share with the world. Thank you for your contribution to Woodbury High School. You have made your mark with your kindness, generosity, and joy for life. Your next adventure awaits, and we will be here cheering you on. We are so proud of you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our students representing the achievement of summa cum laude with distinction for the class of 2025. Amelie Bethke, Henry Decker, Noah Harubi, and Cade Wright.
Hello all, and welcome to the beginning of the rest of our lives. Now, I know how cliched that might sound, but it is entirely true. Before us lies a world of possibilities, and it is up to us to shape our own path, make our own mark, and become who we've always wanted to be. I like food. Well, no, I love food, which is something I have in common with an incredibly influential man from my childhood. Sorry, Dad, I'm not talking about you. This short king I have in mind was never afraid to break down the boundaries of where he came from, using his own unique skills to achieve his dreams. That's right, I'm talking about Remy the rat from Ratatouille. Like Remy, I've always stood out from the pack, a feeling all of us have felt at one point in our lives. I dress weird, I don't like chocolate, and I've actually always enjoyed going to school. Even though some days seemed menial or boring, such as when we had to memorize the presidential order of some old white dudes, or write an essay about a book we may or may not have read. Sorry, Mr. Nunn. School was a place of experimentation, a place where I could safely express myself and find what fulfilled my interests. Class of 2025, I invite you all to hold on to what makes you, you. Your unique traits, talents, and abilities are what give you an edge over the rest. No one else is like you, so don't let others break you down into fragments of yourself just to fit the mold of who they believe you should be. No one else is like you, and that's not a bad thing. You shouldn't feel ashamed of that. It's not a man against man world, or black against white, gay against straight, Republican against Democratic, or even rat against human. The world is being destroyed by this corrosive mentality. We live in a society that is exponentially stripping us of our rights, stripping us of any chances to express ourselves, stripping us down to the fundamental stereotypes and gender roles we're supposed to live by. But we are so much more than that. As my man Gusteau said best, anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great. Let us cook. Let us tear down these soul-crushing societal norms that want us to color inside the lines. Live in your weirdness. Class of 2025, the only one stopping you from achieving your full potential is yourself. Exploit what others see as only a weakness. We only get to live once, so don't live as someone other than yourself. Who you are is incredible, and like no other. Who you are is not wrong. So own it.
What was Amelie talking about? Was it Raccacoonie, the singing raccoon playing a chef in the 2022 Oscar Best Picture winner Everything Everywhere All at Once? Wait, am I on a stage in front of more than 1,000 people talking about Raccacoonie? What are we doing here? Seriously, what are any of us doing here? I, personally, don't really know. I went to high school for 4 years, did some classes that taught me about the human body and the human condition, toiled over essays, stressed about tests. And everything I do know, it pales in comparison to all that I don't know. Why do pineapples make food taste weird after eating them? Why are children allowed to die from tuberculosis when it is completely treatable? Why do teachers sacrifice so much to educate us? It's just so easy to say, I don't know. There's a comfort in wallowing in that. Was not lay in bed after school and doom-scrolled for an hour and thought, well, there's nothing I can do. Let's face it, life might be coming at us everything, everywhere, all at once. Ke Huy Quan's character Waymond Wang in the film says powerfully, "I don't know. The only thing I do know is that we have to be kind. Please be kind, especially when we don't know what's going on. We are going to venture out into a world where we are guaranteed to not know what's going on all of the time. So it's more important than ever to take those words to heart. We go out into a world where we'll be presented with challenging situations where so much seems out of our control, but we can always choose to be kind." Waymond Wang continues by saying, "When I choose to see the good side of things, I'm not being naive. It is strategic and necessary. It's how I've learned to survive through everything. Being kind, having optimism are not weaknesses, but strengths. I know I'm so worried about the future of our planet and its biosphere, but I know when I step away from Woodbury High School, I will always choose to be kind."
Whatever Henry was saying about the future of our planet, don't worry, I've got it covered, as long as I'm not hypnotized. But before I go back to saving the world, I want to talk about a feeling we've all had and are probably feeling right now. It sneaks up when you hear an old song, catch a familiar scent, or even when you hop back on Fortnite again and realize you're no longer trying to win and instead chasing a memory, because the game has gone to complete trash and will never be as good as it was when it first came out. That feeling is nostalgia. Now, nostalgia comes from the Greek words nostos, meaning homecoming, and algos, meaning pain. So nostalgia is the ache of returning home. But what exactly is home? That part used to confuse me until I watched the cinematic masterpiece, Up. In Up, Carl, yes, that old guy, or dare I say Unk, is bombarded with nostalgia as he reflects on the life he used to have with his late wife, Ellie. He refuses to let go of his house because it holds so many fond memories of her. But after meeting Russell, the world's sweetest Boy Scout, Carl learns that when one chapter ends, another one is allowed and should begin. At first, he has to physically drag his house with him on his famous adventure to Paradise Falls, carried by thousands of balloons. But eventually, he learns to let go by watching his house float away into the clouds. Surprising, right? Saying simply, it's just a house. Now, I could try saying it's just high school, but I think we all know it's really not that easy to let go of the past. But here's the thing, you don't have to. It's part of who you are. So bring the past with you. Like Carl, we learn the past doesn't live in buildings or classrooms or any other physical entities. It lives in us, in our memories, relationships, successes, mistakes, and everything in between. So the next time nostalgia comes creeping in, I ask for you to embrace it. Nostalgia is proof that you're living a life to be proud of. It's a privilege to yearn for your own memories, but please don't get stuck aching to return home to some place or time. Remember that home isn't behind you. It's something you carry. So please, carry forward and appreciate all that you've gone through at Woodbury High School. Because in the words of Ellie to Carl, thanks for the adventure, now go have a new one.
What Noah said is true. You won't be able to grow by trying to live in the past. But as you look towards your future, your envisioned path may be a little different from reality. Looking at the news or online to celebrities, athletes, or even tech company founders, it's easy to hear and know about all the success that they've had in their careers. But if you only know this, you won't know the full story of these people, or even half of it. Reality is that excellence takes time, and perfection is only achieved through trial and many, many errors. So as the last person speaking of us four today, I want to end by saying something you all need to hear. Even you, little siblings dragged here by your families. Keep failing. Whether it's in your math class or your new job, keep having the guts to fail. It truly is the most important lesson that you can learn. Take Finding Nemo, for example, a Disney movie about a fish trying to find his son. When Marlin loses Nemo, he tries anything and everything to get him back, tumbling himself into situations like facing a bloodthirsty shark or being surrounded by a swarm of deadly jellyfish. But through his tribulations, Marlin takes the advice of his memory-impaired friend Dory and just keeps swimming. Eventually, his relentless spirit and unbroken faith in his pathfinding skills helps him succeed to find Nemo. Now, an animated kid's story about a clownfish might not resonate with you, but the message is what you should take away. Just keep swimming. What does this really mean, though? It means when you're at your lowest, broken down by life, find the drive for one more day. When you failed the test, when you got rejected, when you're completely stuck, keep trying and keep failing. That's because failure isn't the end of a story, it's the start of a lesson. Each failure you come across, think of something that you can do to improve. Whether that's showing your work on a test, improving your resume, or setting your alarm 15 minutes earlier. Whatever it may be, if you have the discipline and determination to learn from your mistakes and to keep trying even though you may fail, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. For some, this may be a mile away, and others, inches. What matters is that there's always hope if you're brave enough to fail. So please, class of 2025, if I can leave you tonight with one message, is that if and when you fail in life, just keep swimming. Thank you.
This year, Woodbury High School is privileged to welcome Mr. Gary Diamond as our honors staff speaker, selected by the class of 2025. Mr. Diamond.
I got my own walk-up song. I love it. All right, good evening and welcome staff, family, and friends. Together, we have supported these incredible students who sit before us. I want to acknowledge this occasion as today marks the 50th commencement for Woodbury High School. However, I must mention that 49 proud classes have come before you, yet your class will leave a legacy of achievement so great, it is fitting for me to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together. Class of 2025 is in the house. Before I begin to share you some advice, I need to share the story how I am nervously standing up here before you on stage tonight. Alex Miller, where are you, Alex Miller? Okay. Oh, there he is. Thank you, sir. All right. So Alex Miller, you can thank him at your 5-year reunion or you can give him a hard time. Anyways, Alex came to me and asked me, comes flying into my office. He goes, "Hey, GD, I got a great opportunity for you. As part of the staff commencement speaker, we would like you to be our guest speaker." I said, "Bro, what?" I said, "Yes, parents, I do use the word bro because they understand that. Just like, hey, KG, what's up, bro?" Anyways, Alex continued with the selling points, which includes, "Hey, I know you're close to retiring. I know how much you love our class. And so this would be a great way to send us off." Once again, I said, "Bro, I'm gonna need 24 hours to think about that. Is that okay?" And Alex comes back and says, "Hey, this opportunity is slipping away from you. You got 24 hours to let me know." I said, "Okay." So later I went home to my wife and I shared the news. And I said, "You won't believe what they want me to do to be the guest speaker at their graduation." My wife goes, "Do it." I said, "What? Are you crazy? There's all these people. You're going to be standing in front. I can't do that." She goes, "Do it." And I should have known because my wife has a special heart for a lot of you because you went to Woodbury Elementary. She thinks the world of you. So the next day, I went to a morning workout so I can clear my mind, think about what I'm gonna do. I come home and my wife meets me at the door. She grabs me very tightly by the cheeks and pulls me in and says, "Do it." And I said, "I just don't know if I can do it." So anyway, I still unsure what I'm gonna do. I got to school and I went to Bobby Nunn. And at Bobby Nunn, I said, tell me about this graduation speech. And you're it. You seemed like a logical choice. He then proceeded to tell me everything that Alex said. And then he ends it with, "You can cross it off your bucket list." Here's my bucket list. Drive to the Florida Keys. Thank you, Tatum, for that. Visit New York. Walk the beaches of Normandy. Visit every Big Ten football. Go on an Alaskan cruise. Bobby, there is no commencement speech on my bucket list. However, I thought about it. And if I don't do this, what kind of message am I sending you, seniors? When life gets tough, run away. When it's too hard, stop. When you can't make it, just avoid doing it. So, as much as I'm terrified about being in here, I thought to myself, I'm gonna do this. And so here I am. This experience over the last 3 weeks have given me 3 really good lessons I've taken away. And the very first lesson I have is don't back down when it gets tough. Dig in. The second lesson I have is show people you care and let them know how important they are in your life. And the third thing I took away from this is never stop learning, because you will struggle, but it's how you respond that builds character. The first lesson, don't back down when things get tough, but dig in. Honestly, if you don't know this yet, buckle up. The world does not get any easier as you get older. Life beyond high school, I can say with certainty, gets tougher. As one day you will be asked to do hard things, to go somewhere where you don't want to go, to do something that you don't want to do, to meet a deadline because your boss needs it by the next day, and it's really unrealistic, and it can go on and on and on. In other words, you're going to be busy, and some of the things will be hard, and at times you may feel overwhelmed, but I need you to dig in and don't back down. When you do hard things, you develop necessary skills needed to be successful in life. It is through our most difficult moments in life that growth happens at its greatest pace. After all, the goal in life is to become good at digging in, decision by decision, choice by choice, all without beating yourself up in the process. The second lesson came to me is show people you care and how important they are in your life. Seniors, if I had to guess, I've had about 1/3 of you in my Phi Ed classes. Some of you I've coached in various sports, and probably all of you I've had in my health classes. So while I struggled to decide on whether to give tonight's speech, I recognize the opportunity I had before me to let you know how much you made a difference at Woodbury High School. You tolerated 4 years of asking those silly icebreaker questions where we go around the room, say your name, and then the answer to that question. If you didn't know, this was my way of connecting a name with the face so I can touch and talk with you later. These activities brought me joy and gave me energy to be my best, and you made a difference to me. Honestly, in the real world, I know you won't expect to do icebreaker questions at everything, but you will find out that intentionally getting to know people is essential part of caring for people. After all, having good relationships with people are key to being happy and thriving during tough times. Seniors, in a small way, I hope I showed you how important you are to me through all these class events. In addition, the number of times I've sat in the stands, watched you on the pitch, the ball fields, the courts, the track. I've listened to many of you sing, play in the band, your adventures of getting your pilot's license. I listened to how work is going, looked at your prom pictures. Finally listened to many of you share your plans after high school. Has been exciting. You shared a personal side of your life, and I appreciate that. I am so thankful. You have cared for me by letting me share my stories of my family. Some of you also laughed at my attempts at jokes. Having said that, seniors, I strongly encourage you to intentionally practice kindness and care for people. Build those relationships in your personal and professional lives. Demonstrating that you care is not just a character trait to live by, but a powerful tool for building a better world. Remember, caring for people can create positive change, increase overall happiness, and fosters empathy, which we need more of in this world. Which brings me to my final lesson, never stop learning. Here I am today, I'm never stop learning, I'm giving this speech today. Today, this graduation is an epic time of your life, but I'm sure you've heard it before and you'll probably hear it again. But high school graduation is indeed not the end of learning, but rather a new beginning of your life. I strongly encourage you to continue to embrace curiosity, seek new knowledge, and remain open to new perspectives. Stay engaged in learning and seek out those activities that bring you joy. And yes, it's okay to move out of your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen without discomfort, as this is where development starts. You can do whatever you want in life, as long as you are willing to keep working, keep challenging yourself to do better and be better. My final thoughts on learning is, don't compare yourself with others, as you are not on their path. You are on your own path, and just because their next step is already visible to them doesn't mean anything about your next step. And it certainly doesn't mean it's any better, or it's not going to necessarily be the right path for you. In closing, I hope you understand what I said tonight. Don't back down when it gets tough. I want you to dig in. Care for people. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And then never stop learning. We grow by our experiences, and greater growth comes how we respond to our struggles. Seniors, I hope you truly understand these three lessons I shared tonight, and it will lead you to a happier and more fulfilling life. Well, I know I've been going on a little bit long. I'm almost done. Amaya, so I had some guidelines. Amaya said, you can be funny. Yeah. You can be funny, but I want you to be serious. And so I hope I was a little bit funny, but I was serious, but she said you need to end it with a quote. So here's a quote that's been with me since 1997. It's something that I live by. It's something that I believe in. It's by Zig Ziglar, a motivational speaker. This hangs in my office on my locker. If there is hope in the future, there is power in the present. So class of 2025, I wish you all the best. You have left your legacy at Woodbury High School. We, everybody supporting you, all know that there's hope for the future because there is power in the present of you. So thank you, 2025.
The music's still playing. All right. Thank you, Mr. Diamond. Our final speakers today were selected by their peers to represent the class of 2025. At this time, I would like to introduce Valentina Rizzo, followed by Tenzin Dundup. Come on up, Valentina.
Hi everyone, my name is Valentina Rizzo. Before I say anything else, it's pronounced Rizzo, even though I know a lot of you like to say Rizzo. At this point, I'm not even sure if it's because you don't know the proper pronunciation or if it's because you think I have Riz. Either way, I'll take it. Welcome to the graduation of 2025. I'm honored to be up here speaking to you as we say goodbye to this major stage of our lives and step into the next chapter. First off, a huge thank you for letting me present my speech today. It means so much, especially after I heard I got the role solely based off looks. Now, high school was definitely a journey. I know we all learned a lot, but not necessarily what the teachers hoped we learn. Personally, I discovered how much more a bathroom is capable of than just the basics. I'm honestly too traumatized to repeat what's happened behind those walls, and I'm sure most of you know exactly what I'm speaking about. That bar stool, too, taught us more than we probably like to know about people at this school. But in a weird way, the chaos made high school even more memorable. Our class started with fun and definitely ended with it. I remember spending our middle school days hanging out behind the bleachers during football games to now having attended our last game as a student last fall. That middle school bleacher tradition has since been banned, and I like to think that we shut it down because of all the fun we had. And of course, the prison of a school we had to put up with for the past 4 years conveniently is getting renovated right as we leave, which doesn't seem to be much of a coincidence, but we can save that discussion for later. Also, huge shout out to the senior group chat. That thing was a disaster. No decisions were made, literally ever, and people were constantly beefing. But here we are, so I guess it worked out in the end. Today, we are officially closing out our childhood by receiving our diplomas. We'll snap some pictures, give hugs goodbye, and then it's over. Done. But I'm not here to just say how proud I am that we made it. More that we're here to mark the beginning of what is to come. Leaving here today, realize that you are in control. You are the only one that can set yourself up for success, and now is the perfect time. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, but every day do just one thing that betters you. Be proud of what you've accomplished, but don't get too comfortable. Celebrate the wins, but then go chase the next one. I'm aware that this day looks different for everyone. For some of us, it's exciting. For others, it's terrifying. And for some of you, you're just looking forward for all the grad parties. Now, let's address what some of you really know me for, the girl who brought weird food to school. From suspicious tinfoil I carried with me all day to cheese containers filled with 3 pounds of pasta, I definitely left a scent trail through the hallways. I probably need to invest in a lunchbox and maybe some boundaries, like specifically not bringing an octopus tentacle to class and playing with it, or cracking open a can of sardines the first week of high school. But one thing that won't change is doing things for myself, and I recommend you all to do the same. Stop worrying about what those around you think, because in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Life is not that serious. We're here to have fun and leave a positive impact. Your future is destined to be so much brighter if you are confident, even if you have to fake it at first. That being said, I would advise staying a little less confident than me. At the end of the day, you will not regret being yourself, and the only thing is you might regret not. Say what you want to say, but being embarrassed is just a mindset. As we leave today, it really puts into perspective how little so many things mean. Yes, it's uncomfortable to see cringy pictures from middle school, but it's honestly cool to see how much you've grown. Ultimately, no one's going to remember, and no one cares that much in the first place. Mentioning embarrassing moments, you know what? I made it through high school with a perfect record. Not of attendance or straight A's, screw you AP World, but screaming every single time the fire alarm went off. Pro tip 9th grade Valentina, it never gets any less scary. But let's be real, that thing is terrifying. And honestly, if there was a crisis, we'd all be running for our lives. That protocol, out of the window. Sorry, teachers. Overall, high school brought tons of memories. Some good, some bad, but they all add together to leave us here today with something. From anything but a backpack day where someone literally carried a microwave through the hallways, to having people pretend to be your best friend just to stab you in the back and cut in the lunch line. The worst part, when they have the audacity to come cut in front of you too. Like, no, that's where I draw the line. And to those people who know me, you may have thought I had mafia ties just because I'm Italian. But trust me, I don't. If I did, I would have handled those lunch line cutters real quick. On that matter, drop all the dumb grudges you have against people because it's not worth it anymore. When we're at reunions in like 30 years, don't be the person still avoiding someone because of something that happened in 10th grade. Let it go. It's definitely not worth carrying into your next chapter. As Booker T. Washington once said, holding a grudge does not hurt the person against whom the grudge is held. It hurts the one who holds it. What specifically makes this goodbye feel so different isn't the fact that we'll never see each other again. It's the fact that we won't see each other every day at high school. It's the people you pass in the hall that you won't think to reach out to, or the random laughs with the teacher you never had. During the past 4 years, we've seen people on their best and worst days, and have been able to comfort and or celebrate our peers. We've grown up together, and that's something that no one can ever take away. No matter where life takes us, a part of me will always be rooting for each and every single one of you. As we prepare to walk across this stage, that diploma might feel like a piece of paper, but it marks a new beginning. A blank page, so go after your dreams. Don't wait, and don't be afraid to try. And if doing it for yourself seems too big right now, do it for the little 5-year-old version of yourself who dreamt without limits and thought anything was possible. Make them proud. You'll never regret working hard for the future you love. This isn't just a farewell to high school, it's a hello to whatever comes next. And that part, you get to create it yourself. Thank you, Woodbury High School, and thank you, class of 2025. Don't let the future hold you back. I love you all.
Oopsies. Gotta make sure y'all can hear me, you know? Why are we graduating on a Monday? "7 p.m.? We couldn't have chosen a better time. I've got limited time with this. I know you're happy, I'm happy, so let's just get through it, grab our diplomas, and we can all go back home and act like we miss high school." My name is Tenzin Dundup. I'm a first-generation Tibetan American, a child of immigrants who came here with almost nothing, hoping to give me a future they never had. And yes, I did show up to graduation on time, even though I always show up late to my AP Bio class. Well, all my classes actually. But it's an honor to be up here, mostly because it means I didn't fail Mr. Steele's chemistry class. I know some of y'all can relate. I want to welcome, ladies and gentlemen, faculty and staff, honored teachers, honored guests, regular guests, and the strangers who are listening to me speak today. And most importantly, let's give a round of applause to the class of 2025 graduates. Let's go! Okay. Gotta make sure I look good on camera, you know? Okay. Before I start the speech, I want to start off with a quote. Okay? The only limits in life are the ones you set yourself. As a large language model, ChatGPT can help with your graduation speech requests. Okay? But seriously, I want to give a shout out to my parents and my family, my best friend Miles, Odelia, my 6-hour crew, my close friends in BSU, and my AP Bio fam. See, I remember when I was watching Batman for the first time, and the way he was fighting and using all his cool gadgets. I turned to my mom and said, I want to be just like that when I grow up. Man, you should have seen the way she was looking at me. She said, wake up, Tenzin. You graduate in 3 days. So maybe I won't be Batman, but I will be something. We all will. We don't need capes. We've got caps and gowns. This class, the class of 2025, has been one of the most historic moments in high school history because the class of 2025 has the largest ever group of students graduating. Yep, make some noise. And then every class after that is just going to slowly decline. The class of 2025 is built different. Let me repeat that. The class of 2025 is built different. We'll have achieved big things, but my biggest achievement was learning how to drive, because I swear, some of y'all cannot drive in the senior parking lot. I mean, who's parked in the senior parking lot and then after class they come out and their car's been hit? I have. Sorry, Mom. I mean, we have stop signs that are optional, apparently. But let me tell you this. Graduation isn't just about the end of something. It's about stepping into the unknown. Some of us are going to the military. Some of us are going to take a gap year or go straight to work. The point is, we're all stepping into something we're not used to. It's in moments like these I aspire to be successful. Someone who has persevered through failure. Someone who has worked for their success. Someone like my mom and my dad. A famous actor, Denzel Washington, I'm sure you heard of him. He gave a commencement speech at the University of Pennsylvania. He said, if you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. And there's a great expression to go along with it. He said, to get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made a great analogy with this. He said, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your bed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghosts of the ideas you never acted on, the talents you never used. And they're standing there looking at you, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because we thought you could have brought us to life. And now we have to go to the grave with you. So I ask you today, not just students, but parents as well, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? So fall forward, fail big, try things even if you're scared, because progress doesn't happen without mistakes. Let me say that again. Progress does not happen without mistakes. To a quote that sums it up, as the great philosopher and street poet Drake once said, as the great philosopher and street poet Drake once said, started from the bottom, now we're here. From not knowing where any of our classes were to sitting here graduating, I'm grateful to be standing up here. But I want you to know something. I'm not up here because I'm the smartest or the most athletic or the most popular. I don't have a perfect GPA. I damn sure ain't no valedictorian. The truth is, I'm just like you. Because behind every cap in this room, there's a story, a quiet battle, a moment where someone could have given up but didn't. Some of us lost people we love. Some of us struggled with things no one saw. Some of us had problems inside our own home. And some of us had to grow up way too damn fast. But despite all of it, we made it. Not because it was easy, because it was not, but because we didn't give up. We chose to believe in something better, even on the hard days. We are not just the future. We're living proof that strength isn't always loud. Sometimes strength is silence. It's just getting through the day. It's choosing to try again tomorrow. You want proof of our strength? Let me say this again. We're not just any class. We're the largest graduating class in history, with 3.9 million students walking across stages like this all over the country. So when we rise up, it's not just one of us, it's millions. What? So to the class of 2025, go chase those dreams that scare you. Go become who you were always meant to be, because you've already proven to this world you are more than enough. And rise up and show the world who we are. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me share this moment with you. To the class of 2025, I appreciate you all. 10's out. And the most important thing, if you're a parent or a family member of the class of 2025 graduate, can you please stand up? Let's make some noise. Come on now, can you please stand up? It's because of them we are here today. quite literally. Okay. We out.
Thank you, Tenson, for not pontificating on your speech of how quite literally our parents were responsible for getting us here today. And now, poor Miss Nielsen has to follow that. It is my pleasure to present the class of 2025 to Ms. Julie Nielsen, Superintendent of Schools. Ms. Nielsen, these seniors have met the requirements of the state of Minnesota and South Washington County School District. By the authority vested in me as the principal of Woodbury High School, I certify that the members of this class of 2025 have completed the necessary requirements and are eligible to receive a diploma. Ms. Nielsen.
Thank you, Principal Sorensen Wagner. What an exciting Monday at 7 o'clock to be here celebrating with all of you. On behalf of the school board, district leaders, and school staff, I could not be more honored to accept the graduating class of 2025. Students, you are here today because you have successfully met the requirements from the state of Minnesota and South Washington County schools. Woodbury High School students, the diploma you are about to receive today serves as that official notice. Parents and family members, we have appreciated your partnership and support. Thank you for being an essential part of these graduates' lives. To school staff and leaders, thank you for your dedication and commitment to making a difference for our students. We appreciate the great work by our entire team. Graduates, the future is yours. Congratulations and best of luck to each of you.
Thank you, Ms. Nielsen. At this time, our assistant principals, honor staff, and school board members will proceed to grant the class of 2025 their diplomas. Everyone, please move into place. Will the first row of seniors please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas?
Test. Did it work? Amelie Bethke.
Caden McLeod.
Henry Decker.
Oscar Mancera Coronado.
Noah Harubi.
Peter Malik.
Cade Bright.
Shelby Merrick.
Valentina Rizzo.
Carlos Martinez.
Tenzin Duandup.
Lizette Martinez.
Eva Abbas.
Liam Mast.
Ahmed Abdallah.
Sasha Malinowski.
Muez Abdelkader.
Inaki Matirena.
Suad Abdelhadi.
Adrian Morenieth Perez.
Amani Abokar.
Devin Maxfield.
Stephanie Abrokwa.
Stephen Ba.
Edil Adam.
Sarah Masterman.
Gifty Adolfo.
Elise McCabe.
Gabrielle Akinyemi.
Shannon McGuire.
Lara Alakrabawi.
Jacob McGregor.
Brock Alberts.
Will McGuire.
Christopher Pinot.
Natalie Meter.
Colby Carlin.
Noel Mueller.
Abdullahi Ali.
Layla Makandi.
Mamoon Ali.
Elizabeth Mendoza.
Rayan Ali.
Miles Michelson.
Zara Ali.
Alex Miller.
Farah Almadani.
Cecilia Mitchell.
Justin Alvarez.
Felipe Moreno Fala.
Jada Amakri.
Natalie Mua.
Imaya Mbati.
Anya Motis.
Daniel Amfar.
Iana Mosisa.
Kaylee Anderson.
Dylan Moya.
Zachary Anderson.
Nazruddin Mohammed.
Emily Anderson.
Alicia Matune.
Ryan Andrada.
Jakob Moomin.
Emily Appledorn.
Hayden Nachsheim.
Sophie Ahrens.
Kian Nagel.
Armando Avila Tovalin.
Vikram Nara.
Uduru Ewu.
Madalena Nasby.
Emmanuel Ewoyemi.
Patrick Dagiamana.
Mason Balthazar.
Carter Nelson.
Caitlin Banker.
Jonathan Nelson.
Leah Berry.
Alexander Nemo.
Markevion Beasley.
Michael Nicolason.
Lucy Benetti.
Finian Norman.
Noel Bile.
Michael Wynn.
Madison Blau.
Ruby Wynn.
Autumn Boseneilers.
Zara Noor.
Will Botchway.
Caroline Novak.
Tashawn Boykin.
Aaron O'Brien.
Isabel Bravo.
Grace O'Brien.
Tatum Briggle.
William O'Brien.
Cameron Brown.
Amani Oenga.
Mite Bolto.
William Olafson.
Nicholas Burrows.
Mariah Olasande.
Ivan Byerly.
Gabriela Olives.
Eva Caballero.
Adam Olson.
Calvin Calderon Meza.
Mio Olson.
Lucas Callies.
Cameron Okendo.
Joseph Capistrant.
Quinton Olson.
Nina Carrero.
George O'Reilly.
Landon Castillero.
Elizabeth Overstreet.
Nora Cavallo.
Riker Pace.
Avery Chandler.
Annika Peddleford.
Ayana Chan Khan.
Justin Page.
Philip Chase.
Adriana Park.
Sophie Chen.
Ethan Parzik.
Ariel Chenault.
Taylor Pascal.
Finn Chilson.
Marcus Pereira.
Abigail Chin.
Liam Peters.
Hee-Sing Choi.
Caden Peterson.
Elisa Chow.
Santana Peterson.
Matthew Christofferson.
Jackie Pipes.
Rylan Chung.
Sean Pulaski.
Sadie Clemens.
Pashin Puniwala.
Jonah Coffey.
Maya Potvin.
Henry Collins.
Elizabeth Powell.
Peyton Collins.
Renaya Prescott.
Isaiah Collins.
Brielle Prestholt.
Adriel Colome.
Adam Prokrabrek.
Aiden Kuhn.
Natalie Radcliffe.
Kelly Jean Corbin.
Theo Radke.
William Craig.
Adnan Reje.
Evan Crandall.
Håkon Rasmussen.
Vincent Christ.
Max Rasuskoff.
Jack Crowley.
Lauren Reed.
Genevieve Curtis.
Matthew Reed.
Gavin Dahl.
Mason Ream.
Lucas Daly.
Haley Reese Garcia.
Nazruddin Dowd.
Zohaib
Maya-
Rehan.
Maya Davenport.
Cami Relitz.
Diego de la Torre del Toro.
Angelo Richardson.
Danica de la Rose.
Isabella Riviera.
Dylan Luis de la Paz.
Joanne Rodriguez.
Sofia Delgado Sobagal.
Molly Rohr.
Thomas Dietrich.
Taylor Rooney.
Michael Doe.
Lauren Rosenthal.
Lily Doring Bile.
Gabrielle Rosinski.
Cameron Dressler.
Adam Roslansky.
Alexander Drysdale.
Katie Rowell.
Jaden Duarte.
Abigail Runquist.
Maxwell Duffy.
Brandy Jo Russell.
Dominic Ebensteiner.
Moses Sacker.
Lucy Edlund.
Carmen Scanlon.
Mira Eichenberry.
Victoria Shaber.
Paul Erickson.
Aaliyah Schaefer.
Ethan Esperson.
Caden Schlotman.
Kate Angelica Espinoza.
John Schmitz.
Sophia Fahey.
Gabrielle Schoenrock.
Nex Falcon.
Ashley Schumacher.
Eli Faulkner.
Lilith Schultz.
Elijah Fearing.
Caden Schultz Curdy.
Audrey Bedunuk.
Eric Schwieters.
Owen Ferguson.
Arjun Rajavel Sentavel.
Peyton Feigl.
Estella Serafimov.
Carolina Falligan.
Olivia Sessman.
Edward Flomo.
Margaret Severson.
Logan Flood.
Shanvir Singh.
Clifton Floyd.
Jeffrey Skinner.
Ethan Francois.
Athena Sun.
Olin Francois.
Emanuela Sosu.
Delina Fichui.
Josie Spaeth.
Sophia Fransconi.
Maya Spikers.
Greta Frazier.
Owen Spores.
Miriam Fuentes Rivera.
Niranjana Shriram.
Evan Fuller.
Derek Stadheim.
Adriana Garcia.
Haley Stagner.
Emily Garcia.
Isabella Steiger.
Shelby Gaskins.
Amelia Steele.
Dolak Javagi.
Sydney Stelton.
Biftu Gamachu.
Addison Stevens.
Ella Gamness.
Mia Stockton.
Maya Gerber.
Emma Stoffel.
Gian Germano.
Connor Stratton.
Jack Gessner.
Sophia Streffling.
Nadia Gafour.
Jet Strube.
Annika Gaylor.
Cameron Sullivan.
Audrey Goyne.
Caden Summers.
Garen Gribble.
Wejia Sun.
Joshua Griffin.
Easton Talbot.
Gustav Groper.
Adrian Tanberg.
Aiden Grossklaus.
Matthew Tarleton.
Isabella Gawaldoni.
Stephanie Tarrios Sosa.
Liban Guled.
Samrawit Teka.
Salah Gurhan.
Charlotte Tao.
Nicholas Gustafson.
Alina Tao.
Alyssa Hagnes.
Malachi Tao.
Nathaniel Hailey.
Mike Tao.
Aaliyah Hale.
Ellie Thompson.
Ava Hammergren.
Nathaniel Takeste.
Will Hansen.
Dino Token.
Mateo Hargis.
Melissa Token.
Fiona Harris.
Jocelyn Toll.
Rahel Hashel.
Darren Tran.
Aisha Hassan.
Aiden Sao.
Ryan Hastings.
Elizabeth Twait.
William Haugen.
Nathan Van Berkham.
Alina Havruk.
Idea Vang.
Audrey Healy.
Mila Vang.
Kyle Hedges.
Owen Vang.
Haley Hedrington.
Paxton Vang.
Peter Hennon.
Shayna Vang.
Samuel Henning.
Sarah Vasky.
Max Henry.
Jack Vasterling.
Gona Her.
Noah Velasquez.
Grace Her.
Santiago Vergara.
Evan Herman.
Julia Verheest.
Matthew Hernandez.
Nathan Vick.
Philip Hugh.
Eva Vigil.
Daniel Hinton.
Robert Vokak.
Sophia Hoa.
Stella Volp.
Hannah Holt.
Charlotte Vossen.
Avery Horachek.
Kenneth Vu.
Megan Howland.
Joanna Vu.
Owen Huffer.
Charles Westlink.
Delaney Hummel.
Christopher Washlishin.
Matthew Hunn.
Hannah Walls.
Aaron Hunt.
Clara Watson.
Autumn Hustings.
Brianna Waters.
Stephanie Ikumola.
Raymond Webb.
David Esau.
Tavion White.
Macy Iverson.
Sophia Whitney.
Yazid Jabber.
Grace Winter.
Tyler Jackson.
Brooke Winters.
Jean Young.
Lydia Wilson.
Cora Johnson.
Parker Williamson.
Min Ka.
Catherine Wise.
Mina Kielka.
Ella Woodward Bitzer.
Connor Karras Sack.
John Worth.
Sahil Khan.
Brecken Warwa.
Ziad Kidher.
Noah Wright.
Muhammad Khan.
Michelle Wu.
Herbert King.
Vivi Shao.
Alexander Kirchhoff.
Unadi Shang.
Elliot Keel.
Stella Shang.
Dominic Kopp.
Andrew Yang.
Lane Kleinheinz.
Brian Yang.
Brooklyn Kothi.
George Yang.
Olivia Kraft.
Evan Yang.
Natalia Keenan.
Penelope Yang.
Leilise Kadir.
Fayli Yang.
Grace Kwa.
Betanya Yared.
Nathaniel Kringle.
Kevin Yedlapali.
Ian Kranz.
Amaya Ewan.
Jack Lambert.
Sarah Yusuf.
Tyler Lamott.
Kayla Zacharias.
Nathan Larson.
Lily Zamorano.
Noah Larson.
Isabella Zebro.
Catherine Lavelle.
Paul Ziadi.
Jocelyn Lee.
Olivia Zeman.
Sia Ming Lee.
Ryan Zimmerman.
Jack Lease.
Myra Zupfer.
Justice Limerick. Anchi Liu. Bennett Levander. Haley Lynn. Lillian Link. Bradley Little. Danielle Leitner. Adriana Lawler. Aiden Lowery. Thomas Luperts.
Graduates, at this time, please move your tassels from the right side of your hat to the left side, signifying your status as a graduate. The Royal Rouser will be played as the final activity of this commencement ceremony. Students, please listen to it, this time as a graduate. At its conclusion, that special moment will come when students toss their caps to the wind and begin their new adventure. Parents, you may want to get your cameras ready. Students, please stand. Mr. Fairweather, the Royal Rouser. concludes today's ceremony. Congratulations, class of 2025.